great product. I met this guy not that long ago. His name is Adam Rozen, and his product is called Nuts for Drinks. And it's a really unique concept. It's flavored flavored nuts that are centered around certain styles of beer. We're going to sample them. We're going to do a tasting here today.
Smart.
Now, I've had these. I had these for the first time very recently. You haven't, and it's always
not.
cool when you can bring someone on for the first time and you know, try it like we did with the floats. This is amazing. So you had the floats for the first time.
I know. I'm getting all kinds of experiences.
All kinds of experiences.
What's on tap is always an experience.
Well, in many ways. It's hopefully positive, not always. But Adam Rozen is on with us via Skype. Hi, Adam.
Hey, how are you guys?
We're doing great. Yeah, we did.
Well.
We did beer floats earlier in the show. So this has been a powerhouse hour. A lot of things going on, and we're really excited to talk with you about this brand new product. I'm really curious, Adam. Can you tell us, Nuts for Drinks, how did you come up with the idea for this product?
Well, you know, I've been in the industry, the hospitality, beverages industry for many years, and in my previous company, we used to sponsor a lot of the events that were going on in the industry. So it just one of those things that I was keep coming to those events and seeing people trying different drinks from vodka to beer to different beers. And no matter what drink they had, it was always about chips and salty peanuts that were served in those events. And it's one of those things that just bothered me for a long time. You know, why am I going to this fancy event having this great, wonderful beer, and I'm destroying that amazing flavor with some salty peanuts? You know, it drove me crazy for some time until I decided to do something about it.
So you're taking it to the next level then. You've actually chosen to take craft beer, certain styles of craft beer, and I would have to say that you've probably picked 4 of the more popular styles when you go to staples. Right,
staple
exactly.
kind of craft beers.
Would that be accurate to say?
I
mean,
think
when you
so.
look at this, I mean, you're talking about a product that is meant to pair with an IPA India Pale Ale, with a wheat-based ale with its spiciness coming through, with a lager, and also with a stout and possibly a porter as well. So you've really covered so many.
4 of the definitely. If you want to do a craft beer bar or even start a craft beer menu at your restaurant, I think these 4 absolutely will be on your list.
Now, all 4 packages, I'm going to show this. I'm going to hold one of the IPA up to the camera, but they're all packaged somewhat differently. And we're going to show you this right up here, and Jenna has the stout. So, you know, the packages are different in appearance, certainly well labeled. You can easily see what you're looking for. I cut off the top so that we could open these a little more easily. But I know there's also, Adam, there's a tab up at the top where I guess you can buy these individually according to what style you like. Is that correct?
Yeah, I mean, we have them right now in retail in 4 different packages. So when we made it really simple in our packages, so people, when, you know, if you're an IPA kind of a person and you go pick up your IPA, then it's really easy to find your IPA nuts.
So are you really positioning this more for that type of retail operation as opposed to, let's say, jars of these out on the countertop at a bar?
Oh, no, good question. No, absolutely not. We're definitely have packages also that we're selling to bars and restaurants. You know, we have what we call a pre-measured cups that you can find, for example, in Disney. We're selling that on their menu in the same way that you know, people are picking up their drink and they can pair it with a flavored nut that will go with it.
Okay, well, Adam, as we get into this, I'm going to start with the first one here, and we're going to go with an IPA with the IPA. And the beer that I have is from Firestone Walker, their Union Jack IPA.
Such a good company.
A great company, and again, this is going to be brand new for you, Jenna. So I'm going to let you dig your hand into this bag of.
Where's John when I need him?
Where's John Henderson? Right. So we're going to try this, and perhaps, Adam, you could tell us about this IPA, how this came about.
Yeah, well, first of all, I want to say that, you know, we picked up peanuts because still, peanuts has been known as very traditionally to the people like to snack them with a beer. The only difference is that 10 years ago, the craft beer was not as popular. Maybe people were not that educated about their beer. So when someone had a beer and you would ask him what kind of beer is it, people usually did not know. So obviously today, in the past few years, people are much more educated about their beer. So people can actually tell you, I'm an IPA drinker. Well, what does it mean to be an IPA drinker? That's really what drives us when we develop the recipes. What does it mean? What makes people like IPA? What's in the spices of the IPA that make people loving it? And our job, our mission was to find the spices that will enhance the spices on the beer. Otherwise, what happened is you're picking up your IPA because you like that bitterness kind of a feel, and then if you take it with a different snack, I don't know, chocolate, I don't know, salty peanuts, in that moment, you take away all the things you like about IPA. So our job was not to overcome the IPA flavor, just to support it. So the spices that we picked are hopefully doing that job. And, you know, I can't wait for you guys to try it and let me know if you feel, if you get that feel.
Well, I think the first one was great. It worked for me, absolutely. IPA, an India Pale Ale, American Pale Ale comes in with a significant hop aroma and a hop bite. And there's several ways you can go. You can either complement it or you can contrast with that. The bottom line is, as you know, Adam, you don't want either flavor to overpower the other.
Right.
And that's what I think you succeeded in doing. Who did you work with? Now, you worked with a mixologist in developing this, correct?
Yes. I've been very fortunate to know a very unique guy named Francesco Lafarconi. He is the head mixologist for Southern Wine and Spirits of Nevada. I know the guy for many, many years. He was the first guy that I called to when I decided to do something about my idea. You know, the day that I've decided that this is something here that I want to do and I'm passionate about it, he was the guy to call to. And, you know, I didn't know what to expect when I made that call. He could have said, Adam, you're crazy, forget about it. Thankfully enough, he said, I cannot forget his response. He said, Adam, my head is spinning. And for me, that meant so much, because the second thing he said, I want to do it. I want to be involved. I want to help, because I think this is amazing and I want to be part of it. So he was the guy that really kind of led the recipe development part.
Okay.
Which is, you know, doing the research on each of the flavors and finding those spices that will enhance and support the spices of each of the beer style.
We're going to move forward now to the wheat beer. And wheat beers, traditional Belgian-style wheats are unfiltered, and they come through with some maybe banana peel, coriander, things like that. So the spices should be there. So tell us about the creation of the wheat-flavored peanuts.
And this is really interesting because you know, what we found when we got into the sweet part of our because, you know, from all the four flavor, this is our sweet spot. This is where you know, you really need to like wheat beer to enjoy the wheat nuts we develop, because they're sweet. And if you know, and not a lot of people you know, like kind of the sweet, soft, what we call the soft beer. So it's really either you hate it or you like it situation. I mean, it's really, the wheat nuts are, you know, in the other flavors, you might like them, you know, and you can find ideas of pairing it. I think with the wheat, it so strongly support the wheat beer that it's like really the perfect match. Those are sweet nuts.
I think Jenna and I in this one, we really like this one a lot, do we not? I caught you with a mouthful of food. I'm sorry.
No, but perfect compliment. Sweet.
She's got a mouthful of food. Adam, pardon me, but she's sitting here and enjoying these peanuts. There's a really nice match right there. I think we really like this one a lot as well. Good selection. We're going to move on to the third. You're still busy chewing on the peanut. I'll probably have to do this one. Got to mention also, you know, even though we're talking IPA, wheat, lager, and stout, there's so many variations among these styles. So I'm simply going with a representative beer. By the way, I don't know if I mentioned, but the wheat beer was Weyerbacher wit.
Which Weyerbacher?
Yeah, Weyerbacher makes a really nice
beer.
wit. I'm going to move on now to, coincidentally in Pennsylvania, Victory Prima Pils, which to me is one of the classic, classic Pilsners out there. So this is the one that we selected, and we're going to go now with the lager. So tell us about the lager, if you would, Adam.
Well, that's for the spicy. You know, this is really for people who can handle the spicy. We didn't want to be too sophisticated because this is more of a traditional beer. So we knew that spicy needed. But again, I think when you have that, you'll see that it's not. It doesn't. Spicy doesn't get you right from the first bite.
It doesn't. It filters itself in.
It's a building.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a building spice, and it's nice though.
I like that. I really like that, and I think the lager is great. The lager kind of cools it a little bit.
Right.
Well, I think this is one of the ones we've actually had that's more contrasting versus complementary in the same vein.
That's right. This is more of a contrasting flavor, and that works. Again, there is no set pairing.
I was about to say, I prefer that though. Even in cheese pairings, in food pairings, dish pairings, I like a contrasting dish more than I like a comparative dish.
There you go. Well, there's vanilla and chocolate, and there's so many different ways to go, and that's fine. So I like this one also. Got to tell you, three good ones so far. We're going to move on to the stout. Now again, Adam, you and I talked. There's different styles of stout. There's an Irish stout. Think in terms of Guinness.
Dry stouts.
You can go to the sweet milk stouts.
Oatmeal stouts.
Right, oatmeal stouts. So there's so many different ones. And what I ended up going with, this is a big beer. This is from Southern Tier. They're 2 espresso, big chocolate roasted coffee aromas coming through in flavors on this one.
You know I love the Southern Tier.
I know you do.
I'm really excited.
So I think you designed this last one in mind with a beer, something as bold as this, Adam.
Yeah, I have to tell you that more and more people start to like the stout beer more than not like the early days of Guinness when there were not too many options, and usually you remember the stout used to be bitter, and that was it. And I think the stout is getting more and more fans now with being more developed into the sweet part. And the chocolate that we're seeing more and more in the stout is really to take off the bitterness of the beer. And I think that's why it's becoming more and more popular. And for us, I have to tell you, that was the biggest challenge.
Well, I think you've hammered it. I'm really happy and to see what you've done. I think the pairings are going to be great here, and I think the audience may be turned on to these. I think it's something unique and different.
I think it's something, if you're a beer drinker, look into it.
Adam Rozen is his name, and it's called Nuts for Drinks. Nutsfordrinks.com is the website. Adam, thanks for joining us, and we'll see you again on What's on Tap.
All right, let's go nuts.
Okay, Adam, sounds good. And we're going to take a quick break. We'll be back real soon with What's on Tap.
Thank you.